Colorado Sports Connection.
Denver touchdown. A great job making the catch. They get both feet down. The Broncos will have the football on their 20.
Carmelo Anthony
found the opening, and it's put down.
Nice up and under, and the finish. Great footwork.
Anderson had a pad down on the ice and somehow stopped it.
Great sequence for Craig Anderson.
Two-run single for Todd Helton, and the Rockies take the lead in the third inning, 2-1.
Hello everybody and welcome to Colorado Sports Connection. We're coming to you from Big Bill's New York Pizza in Centennial. I'm Daryl Navarro, your host for Colorado Sports Connection, and my guest today is sports writer Terry Frei of the Denver Post, and he's done a lot more, and we're soon going to find out. Joining me now is my guest Terry Frei. Terry, one of the first questions I like to ask my guest is, how did it all get started for you right here in Colorado?
When I was a junior in high school, my father was the head football coach at the University of Oregon. He took a job as offensive line coach with the Denver Broncos. I've grown up in Eugene, Oregon my whole life. He comes home and he says, we're moving to the big city, Denver. The big city. And I'm excited. I'm moving to the big city. He comes home with my mother after shopping for a high school and shopping for a home. They come home and to me in Eugene, Oregon, and announce, yeah, we're moving to the big city. You are going to be a Wheat Ridge farmer. And I'm thinking, a farmer? I'm moving to the big city to become a farmer. That was my introduction to Denver.
That was it. Well, how did it go from having a father as a coach, and then the son goes into writing about sports?
Well, clearly I went over to the dark side. My father immediately began speaking of his only son, David, and my mother is just now getting around to forgiving me for going over to the dark side. You know, I joke about it. I grew up in a coaching family.
Yes.
Seeing it from the other side of the table, seeing my father covered by sports writers, by the sports media. And I think it gave me, in all seriousness, a unique perspective and a sense of identification with the people I cover without really catering to them, without giving into that instinct to pander to the people I cover. But I think it gives me a unique perspective of having seen it from the other side of the table. He was covered very fairly in his years as a coach, but I was the very loyal son sitting in the coach's room when he was being interviewed by the media and slinging darts and arrows with eyes, dark eyes at the media into their backs.
Sure.
You know, and I grew up thinking that sports writers were backstabbing you-know-whats. And in most illusions, you know, you find out when you get older you were wrong, but that was true. Sports writers are backstabbing, you know what.
And I was going to ask you about that because here you are, you've seen it from the coaching side, what your father had to go through, and now here you are writing in Denver, and do you give anybody, these writers, advice and say, you know, let's be a little easier on these coaches, because Denver sports writers are definitely not like the writers in New York.
Well, the world has changed in many, many ways since my father was a major college football coach. And he went on to coach in the National Football League for a long, long time and be an administrator with the Broncos.
Okay.
And so I saw it from that end too. You have to understand, and I've repeated the story many times, my perspective is also framed by the idea that when my father became the head football coach at the University of Oregon, a Pacific 8 Conference university, a major football program, he was making $17,600 a year. Now Dan Hawkins is making over $2 million. There are football coaches making well in excess in the millions and millions of dollars. And so I think that colors my perspective a little bit. The reason they are getting that much money is that we're so wrapped up in sports, that we do get excited about talking about them, that we do hold them accountable for wins and losses, and maybe putting more emphasis on winning is the only thing. They have to accept that because of the grandiose money they make, that's part of the formula. I accept that. I can handle that. But I do think you can still couple that with a bit of human compassion. I don't like it when we in our profession merely sit in armchairs, don't try to get to know the people we cover. don't try to at least empathize with them and put ourselves in their shoes every once in a while. And that's why I despise some of the trends in the business of
Sure.
just being the armchair guy throwing knives and bats.
We're going to take a break, but when we come back, what I want to find out, and I want you to tell the audience out there, is when you first got started here in Denver. I believe it was in 1977?
I started in December 20th, 1976. I started my full-time career at the Denver Post. I had been put through college by the Rocky Mountain News. Basically, in gratitude, I immediately went to work full-time at the Denver Post.
When we come back, we'll continue our talk with Terry Frei of the Denver Post right here on Colorado Sports Connection.
Did you know that Exit Realty is one of the fastest growing real estate companies in North America? Whether you're an agent or looking to buy or sell a home, we would love the opportunity to assist you in all facets.
We take pride in delivering the best quality service and results to our clients. We cover the gambit in real estate solutions. Exit Right Choice Realty is the right choice.
Hi, I'm Mark Suhani. I'm the managing broker of Exit Right Choice Realty in Littleton, Colorado, and I'd love to talk to you personally.
Call or visit Exit Right Choice Realty today